Niu Lai is an uncanny animated film that was released exclusively in China on August 5th, 2026. It's choppy, strangely animated, and failed to sell tickets. With a mere $1,100 to about $1,480 made, it was seen by as little as 300 people. And 10 days in, the film was down to just 4 theaters nationwide. The writing was on the wall. This movie should have bombed. End of story. But then, something happened. People that saw this movie began to post about how bad it was, that it was kind of fun, kind of good. It went viral, and the social media craze exploded. Moviegoers in China rushed to theaters, with many citing its animation to be uncanny and reminiscent of other bad CGI movies. To keep up with the wave of curious hate watchers, cinemas in China scrambled to put it back on screens. Nationwide daily screenings jumped from a measly 21 on August 14th to 359 screenings on August 15th. What seemed to be like doom for this movie quickly turned around practically overnight, and they have been multiplying rapidly since. It got to the point where movie theater employees drew their own posters for the movie because it didn't have a widely released poster, which I personally think is delightful. Seeing it next to stuff like the Odyssey, it's hilarious. And what seemed to be an obvious flop transformed into a massive hit almost by chance, purely from moviegoers taking their friends to see how bad it really is. This movie is going on to gross over $2.5 million, which begs the question, what can we learn from the success of this movie? Is it an indicator of broader audience preferences, or just dumb luck? For one, it's obvious that this movie is far from Oscar quality. Obviously, it's deeply flawed, with awkward pacing and uncanny character designs. But the one thing that stands out about this is its humanity. It's made by a mother and a son, no big studio involved. They spent 5 years making this movie from scratch, totaling to about an hour and a half of animation, which is no easy feat. And audiences really resonated with that work and heart put into this. Yes, the animation is horrible, but it's only something that can be made by a human. And in a world where AI slop wreaks havoc unsupervised and sometimes incentivized, authenticity matters more than anything, which gives me a lot of hope. This film represents a broader audience trend of rejecting highly manufactured, polished, and forgettable content for more personal, imperfect, and genuine art. This is best exemplified by movies like Obsession, Terrifier, and Backrooms. All movies with small budgets that rely mostly on quality of storytelling and/or audience experiences rather than bloated budgets and popular intellectual properties to attract audiences. People bond over movies that make them feel something, and whether that be a thought-provoking and bold perspective or just a laughably bad movie, it's becoming increasingly clear that the emerging Gen Z and Gen Alpha audiences want to engage with movies on a deeper level. We want to get personal with the media we consume, because of how much time people spend online. You can't help but feel optimistic and hopeful when we're faced with what seems to be the inevitability of AI in entertainment, how it's gonna take over movies and shows and it's gonna be everywhere. Personally, I would take the world's worst animated movie made by people over the best produced AI slop any day of the week. What do you think? Do you agree? Be sure to comment down below your thoughts. And as always, subscribe to survive.